Hello everyone. Welcome to Kingdom Revelation. We're going to be reading from Isaiah 46 and 47 today. So get your Bibles out, get your apps out, whatever you're going to do. And here we go. Okay, chapter 46. I hope everyone's doing well. Baal bows down, Nebo stoops. Their idols are on the animals and on the livestock. The things that you carried about are made a load, a burden to the weary. They stoop, they bow down together. They could not deliver the burden, but themselves have gone into captivity. Listen to me, house of Jacob, and all the remnant of the house of Israel that have been born from their birth, that have been carried from the womb, and even to old age I am he, and even to gray hairs will I carry you. I have made, and I will bear. Yes, I will carry, and I will deliver. To whom will you liken me, and make me equal, and compare me? What, and that we may be like. Sorry, I don't know what I'm having trouble reading today. Okay, here we go. Let me read that again. To whom will you liken me, and make me equal, and compare me? That we may be like. Some pour out gold from the bag and weigh silver in the balance. They hire a goldsmith and he makes it a god. They fall down. Yes, they worship. They bear it on the shoulder. They carry it and set it in its place, and it stands. From its place it shall not move. Yes, one may cry to it, yet it cannot answer, nor save him out of his trouble. Remember this, and show yourselves men. Bring it again to mind, you transgressors. Remember the former things of old, for I am God, and there is none else. I am God, and there is none like me, declaring the end from the beginning, and from ancient times things that are not yet done, saying, my counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasure, calling a ravenous bird from the east, the man of my counsel from a far country. Yes, I have spoken. I will also bring it to pass. I have purposed. I will do it. I will also do it. Listen to me, you stout-hearted, who are far from righteousness. I bring near my righteousness, it shall not be far off, and my salvation shall not wait, and I will place salvation in Zion for Israel, my glory. Chapter 47. Come down and sit in the dust, virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground without a throne, daughter of the Chaldeans, for you shall no more be called tender and delicate. Take the millstones and grind meal. Remove your veil. Strip off the train. Uncover the leg. Pass through the rivers. Your nakedness shall be uncovered. Yes, your shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance and will spare no man. Our Redeemer, Yahweh of armies, is his name, the Holy One of Israel. Sit in silence and go in darkness, daughter of the Chaldeans, for you shall no more be called the mistress of kingdoms. I was angry with my people. I profaned my inheritance and gave them into your hand. You showed them no mercy on the aged. You have very heavily laid your yoke. You said, I shall be a mistress forever, so that you did not lay these things to your heart, nor did you remember the latter end of it. Now therefore hear this, you who are given to pleasures, who sit securely, who say in your heart, I am, and there is none else besides me. I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children. But those things shall come to you in a moment, and one day the loss of children and widowhood, in their full measure shall they come unto you, in the multitude of your sorceries, and the great abundance of your enchantments. For you have trusted in your wickedness, you have said, no one sees me. Your wisdom and your knowledge, it has perverted you, and you have said in your heart, I am, and there is none besides me. Therefore, evil will come on you. You won't know when it dawns, and mischief will fall on you. You will not be able to put it away, and desolation shall come on you suddenly, which you do not know. This is for people that are not putting their trust in God, but in themselves. That's what he's talking about right here. Stand now with your enchantments, the people that are doing witchcraft. Stand now with your enchantments and with the multitude of your sorceries, in which you have labored from your youth. If so be you shall be able to profit. If so be you may prevail. You are wearied in the multitude of your counsels. Let now the astrologers, the stargazers, the monthly prognosticators stand up and save you from the things that shall come on you. Behold, they shall be as stubble. The fire shall burn them. They shall not deliver themselves from the power of the flame. It shall not be a coal to warm at, nor a fire to sit before. Thus shall the things be to you in which you have labored. Those who have trafficked with you from your youth shall wander, everyone to his quarter. There shall be none to save you. So this is a word for people. If people are in darkness, get out of darkness all the way out, because it doesn't profit anyone. So, and I just wanted to kind of, teach a little bit regarding why some of the translations say Yahweh, some of them say God, some of them say Yehovah, some of them say, it depends on the translation. When they translated from Hebrew to English, they put God and they took out the Hebrew name, which the Hebrew name Yahweh, because in Exodus 3:14, God was talking to Moses, and we can go there right now. Let me see if I could go to it quickly. Let's see, Exodus 3:14. Okay. So the translation of Hebrew is Yahweh, because he said to Moses on, on 3:14, he said, God said to Moses, I am who I am, and that's capital letters. And he said, you shall tell the children of Israel this, I am has sent me to you. So, in Spanish is yo soy, el yo soy. In English is I am, and in Hebrew it's Yahweh. So any of those, that's what that means, okay? And I wanted to tell you guys about one of my dreams that I had. This was a while back. A lot of the things that happened, it was like in the earlier 2000s, and even up to like 2009. On this dream, there was a purpose and there was a reason for it. What happened was, in the early 2000s, I was working for a medical group, and they were training me. Since I was going to be working in the call center, I needed to learn all of the different desks or the different specialties of the medical group, so I would be able to make the appointments and know which doctor to put what, for what patient and all that stuff. So, and there was another woman that was getting trained at the same time that I was, but she was going to be for the orthopedic department. So she was only training in that one department, but we happened to be in the same place to train at the same time. So, her name was Marlene, and she was a very sweet lady. I mean, she wasn't too much older than me, I don't think. But she was very, very sweet, and we became friends, and I would see her there, and, everybody would know everybody there, and so we would, sometimes go to lunch together with different people and things like that. It was like a pre-made friends when you got to that place, so it was very nice. And many years went by, and it was almost like, I don't know if it was maybe 2004, 2005. I don't remember exactly the year, but around that time. She had been having problems. She wanted to have surgery for her knees, but she couldn't have surgery, the doctor had told her, until she lost some weight. And so she was trying to do that and trying to do that, and she wasn't able to do it on her own, I guess. I don't know. But she left the medical group, and I actually had transferred by that point, and I ended up having her her in orthopedics. I had worked in her department, but she had already left by that point. And so one time I saw her, she had come in to see the doctor, and she walked by and she called me by a different name. And since I knew her, I was like, okay, that's very odd. She didn't remember my name, you know? And I was like, So anyways, that happened. I said bye to her. She left, you know, she had come in with somebody else. And later on, I don't know how much more, maybe months later, I found out that she had passed away, which was very, very sad for me, you know, because I had known her a long time. And so she passed away. I think something had happened with the surgery. I don't know. But anyways, not the knee surgery. It was to lose weight. So anyway, and I know I'm saying a lot, but I mean, I'm not going to say her full name or anything like that. But so when she passed away, I was thinking, oh my gosh, that's why she didn't remember my name. Something was already happening with her mind, you know. She was already like very, like not knowing things, you know. Sometimes people, when they're not well, you know, their mind can go or something. But anyways, so I always would think about that, you know, and you know, one day I had this dream, and I mean, I didn't ask the Lord about any of that, really. I was just very sad and all that, and I think I prayed for her daughter. She had a daughter, and so anyways, this one night I fell asleep and I had a dream that I was in heaven, and I didn't know, but apparently there's a library in heaven, okay? Because I was there. In my dream, I walked in, and the floor was like, it looked like almost like a fog on the bottom, because like almost like clouds, I guess, but like, you know, where I was stepping, the floor was just all white like that. And then I walked in, and there was shelves on the left side all the way up, shelves on the right side all the way up, and there was a lot of books all the way down. It was a big room. It had 3 pillars that, as far as I remember, 3 large pillars, and I could not see the ceiling of the place. And as I walked in closer, I saw someone sitting behind the desk that was on the left side, sitting there reading a book. And I looked over there, and it was Marlene. And she looked at me and she said, "Here I am." And I was like, oh, I was so happy to see her, and I smiled. And then she was reading a book, you know, before I came in. So then I walked over to the side. I was led actually to the side, a little bit to the left, where there was a white table, and there was a man sitting behind the table on one side. And I went and I sat kind of like on the right side of him, but kind of like on this side of the, like, let's say the table ends like this. The man was sitting here, and I sat across, like on the little kitty corner type. And I sat down. The man had white long hair, white beard, and a white gown all the way. And then I sat down, and I went to ask him who he was. And when I leaned forward to ask him who, and then I was brought back. So I woke up. And then I thought about that later on, and I thought, I wonder who that was. Well, anyways, I don't really know. I mean, I did ask the Lord, but I don't know. Because people in heaven usually would be looking young, you know. So I don't know. It could have been the Ancient of Days. Who knows? Anyways, but so afterwards I thought about it, and I thought, oh, she used to love to read books. And every time that she would get a little bit of a break, she would be reading her book in orthopedics, like if she didn't have patients or anybody to check in or anything else. And the doctors were out maybe doing surgery for that day or something, then she would sit there and read a book. And I thought, oh, of course she's going to be in the library of heaven. She used to love to read. But anyways, that was one of my dreams that I had. And I think, and it gave me a sense of peace, about, I felt like, okay, she's in heaven, and God is so good that he would even try and comfort you, or comfort the person. He comforted me, having that dream. And that was one of the dreams. But anyways, so I just thought I would share that with you. So there's a library in heaven with a lot of books. And some of them might be written about us, our lives. So anyways, and also I wanted to kind of show you, I've seen that, I have shown this picture before. This, I did this with acrylics, and this is one of my tutorials that I did, I don't know, maybe about a month and a half ago. And the funny thing is, when I did that, it's like a waterfall, And the original one had like a little tree on the side, but I didn't want to put that because I thought, that might just mess it up. So I just did the waterfall. And the funny thing is, the next day, I usually watch Julie Green Ministries on YouTube, and that next day after I finished that painting, she had a painting with a waterfall with blue and white, on the thing. And I was like, wow. And she called that video, "The Floodgates of Truth Are Open." So I thought, that's very fitting. So now I'm going to call that "The Floodgates of Truth." So anyways, yeah, I don't know, that I just thought that was interesting. Some of the things that happen are like, you think it's a coincidence, but in Hebrew, coincidence is not a kosher word. There is no coincidence. It's usually God, and some people call it a God wink, so that he reminds you of little things. So anyways, okay, well, I hope you enjoyed that, and please like, share, and subscribe. And if you have people that you love and care about, that you want them to know more about Jesus, more about the Bible, send it to them. Even if they don't see it, maybe someday they will, And we need to get as many souls to go with us to heaven, to accept Jesus as their Lord, to ask for forgiveness, and to go to heaven with us, so we can have. Heaven is not boring. It's fun. I was reading a book by maybe I'll have it next time. Donna Rigney, and her book is Divine Encounters of Heaven and Hell, or something like that, or Hell and Heaven, one of those. But anyways, yeah, and it was pretty interesting. I enjoyed that. So maybe next time I'll show you that. Okay, well, I hope you guys have a great day, and great evening, great morning, whenever you see this video, and please share the video so I can have more views and more people will be able to hear the Word of God. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.